Do you have paper? Just like paper.
Yeah, I have printer paper.
Pass it.
What for?
So I can draw.
What? Yeah. Yeah, you can draw. I actually have something better for you.
Would you be embarrassed if I did that in public?
No, I would just look at you funny. I don't even know what all this is. But here is
Oh, look at it. How it changed.
Yeah.
See the color?
Hi everyone, it's Marina from Say Something Crafty. I'm here to do about a project share with you. These are my two Botany plant type theme journals. And this one I made using Nick the Booksmith's 1924, I think it's 1924 course on Teachable, which I will have her video linked below if you want to check out the books that you can make like this one. But I think I did mine wrong. But I don't think I have the right paint, but I like how it turned out. It's still really cool. So what happened was I had printed out 2 kits and I ended up doing doubles. So there's 2 pages of everything. So I made 2 journals. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick share and do a flip through for you. So this is the front and it's the spine and the back. And inside I have This Book Belongs To. There's a there's a label here so that the recipient of the book can put their name there, and then I have a library card pocket, and it's got the birth date of the book. And there's a bunch of there's vintage pages from, oh, let me get it. It is The American Educator. It is one of these books, one of these encyclopedia books. And this book is from, oh, I already took pages out. Nope, no I didn't. I was gonna say I shouldn't have taken pages out of this one. 1935. So that's really neat. But there's vintage pages from the botany section in this book. Then there's pages, just certain flowers that I took out of the encyclopedia and then put in here. Then there's just a lot of different digital kits, different prints, different paper collections. This is from Amity Bloom's ephemera printable. And then these are just book pages that I had purchased. They were like, I don't know, they were like 7 Gypsies type themed book pages. Little book pages so you can embellish. This came with the kit. And it's just got, this is Ephemera's Vintage Garden, Cottage, Spring Cottage. I think it's Spring Cottage. I can't remember. And I know the other one is Spring Chic or something. I probably got both of them wrong. I'm sorry. I don't remember. But they're really pretty. And this, look at, so pretty. I love these flowers. And Tim Holtz paper. Some paper that, this is some ledger paper that I got from Irene. And this is one of the altered envelopes, which I will have the video linked below if you want to check out the rest of them. These are the altered envelopes that I did. And then inside I have a page from the botany section of the encyclopedia, and it says questions on botany. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool questions on here. Like, what is the great fact in the life of flowers? There's a lot of different ones on here. What country has fleur-de-lis for a national flower? I didn't even know. That's cool. There's a lot of really neat questions in there. So, one of the altered envelopes. Just some coffee dyed ephemera. Chestnut flower. And then here I've done book covers like this that are where you basically, okay, so I'll have it linked below so you can check out my tutorial on how to use your scraps to make a book cover. It's really, really cool because the way that you do it is that you basically just use your extra stuff and layer it on. But I never thought to make it into a book page until I saw until I saw Nick the Booksmith's Franken pages, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. I need to make some of those because I have a ton of scraps. And I did mine a little bit different. I added some washi tape. I sewed on this plastic sleeve, which I've had forever. I've been trying to figure out what to do with it. I sewed it on, and so it's doubles as a pocket. And I turned the paper bag into a pocket as well. I don't know if I put anything in this one. I cannot remember. I don't think I put anything in this one, but there's a pocket here. So I'm really glad that I made my original inspiration for when I did my journal cover was from Joanna for when I did the book cover, but Nick inspired me to make some Franken pages, which was fun. I'll have that link below if you want to check that out too. So lots of links below. Just whatever you're looking for, I'll have a label down there. So there's a cherry blossom poem, and some ephemera, some more ephemera, just coffee dye tag and some vintage paper. And then this is tags. Okay, I turned these into tags. These are like leftover pieces that I cut off from 12 by 12 papers. And I don't, sometimes I'll cut this part in half and make 2 tags out of it, or I'll turn it into a pocket or whatever. This one, I left them together, so it's like a double tag. I don't like to throw my scraps away. Here is more double tags and some ephemera, some journal cards from Tim Holtz. Then here's another paper bag that I altered. And I did some, excuse me. I did some, I coffee dyed the paper bag, then I Mod Podged on the napkin, and then on the edges I did some sewing. Same for sewing here. I put on some trim and some stamping, and then I put some enamel along the edges. And I made this so that it wasn't as deep because I wanted this to poke out. So there's some ephemera from one of the digital kits. Ephemera's, this is Ephemeral Garden digital kit, and this is from the Botany book, or the Botany, yeah, Botany section of the book. Ooh, you're getting better at that. Who is that? Don't know? Okay. And then here's some more ephemera that printed off from Ephemeral Garden. So pretty. And then with my Franken pages, I turn them into pockets, and I did a bunch of random stitching stuff with my sewing machine, but I left it open so that it could be stamped and used as a page, and also it could double as a pocket. So cool. So this is the back. More stamping up here. I have some little ephemera clipped on the sides, some tags, and some more journal cards. Sorry. This is my second attempt on this video. I went into super detail on the first one, and then there's just more ephemera here. I stapled this one on here. Love these flowers, they're so pretty. So there's a ton of different papers and ephemera in here, and just lots of different stuff going on. And I kind of like doing journals this way because I don't feel like I have to make a lot of coffee dyed papers, which I do coffee dye, but I don't feel like they have to all be like every page has to be a regular coffee dye page. I like it when it's mixed up. It's so pretty. And that, I don't know, to me it adds a lot of interest. And some more journal cards, a tag, and an index card. Bird book page. And then here is a coffee dyed paper bag that there's just some extra ephemera in, which I will probably just put this with the journal. I don't know if I'm going to leave it in here. A journal card, coffee dyed envelope, and then just some extra little stuff in there. And then there's some aloe wood and some almond plants. And then I signed my name down here in the back, and I stamped on the birthday of the book back there as well. So that is this book page, or sorry, book page, wow. That is this journal. And this one over here is very much similar to this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do a flip through this one. I just did the cover differently. I just did some decoupaging with decoupage paper, and I put a faux leather spine on there. It's really pretty. Like, I don't know what this color is, but it's really pretty. And that's the back. And in here, I also have a label up here for the recipient to put their name on there, and the birth date of the book in the library card pocket. And here's one of my favorite altered envelopes. I love this one. And inside is some book pages and some ephemera from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And so I did some sewing on the inside, and I tore this whole top part off, and then I sewed it back on. It's really cool. I sewed on a bunch of stuff. There's some parchment paper down here. I put some vintage lace over here. Vintage, I don't know, this is really pretty. I love this stuff. But I did some embossing. And so pretty. It's one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. Here, I did some distressing in this corner here with different colors. I used peacock feathers and honey, mustard honey, or some color. I can't remember the color of the distress ink. And then I went over it with Inca Gold. Yeah, lots of stuff. So I have some extra stuff clipped on here. Another double tag. This one opens at the other end. And coffee dyed ephemera. And then here I just I glued down this envelope, and I put some an coffee dyed index card and Tim Holtz journal card. So here's another one of the Franken pages that I did, and there I have a pocket up here. I cut off this bag right here when I was measuring it down, and there's a pocket there. And then on the other side is a bag. This is one of the bags that I got from Irene, and I sewed it down here. I could have not sewed it and made it deeper, but I wanted it to be like easy access, you know, so I can get the stuff out of there easily. And there's just some extra ephemera in there. And then I have some Tim Holtz washi right here. I did some sewing, some stamping, and just love it. So here's some more of the Amity Blooms digital kit that I used. It's just a digital ephemera that you can print off, and it's really pretty. So, I mean, I'm going to put the link to that below. And you can fold this up really cool, but my camera's probably going to die soon, so I'm just trying to hurry. There's two little ephemera pieces there. These pages are so pretty. And then here is this part this piece that I used right here is from the back of my Bookcloth pages, and I just sewed it on, or not sewed it on, I glued it on. And then I did some sewing here and stamping, torn pages. It's cool. And then back here, I really didn't have to do much extra because there was already a lot going on. I just put a piece of washi tape there. Here's another one of my altered envelopes. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, so in here, I just have some coffee dyed tags, some coffee dyed ephemera, and an index card. And this is so cool how this happened. I don't know if you can see this, but right there, I kind of messed up when I did my stamping, but it worked out so good because the wax already went into the shape of the M. It looks super neat. But there's some silk fabrics here, some parchment, coffee dyed parchment, and then this new fabric that I got that I'm going to be sharing with you guys later. I'm sharing with you what I got. It's really cool. And here's some more Tim Holtz cutouts. The botany pages that are in here from the encyclopedia. I stapled on this ticket. And then here's another one of those paper bags that are coffee dyed, and I put some more ephemera inside. And such pretty papers. I love these papers. I love the flowers. And then this is another one of the Franken pages I made, and it's over here. I put some washi tape. This has star stitching. It's really pretty. And did some stamping, and then there's some ribbon that I sewed on here. Really pretty stuff. And this ticket I just clipped on. And there's one down here. There's some vellum in here. I tried to do this technique where I crumpled the vellum and then uncrumpled it, and I wanted it, there was a look I thought it would have, and it sounded really awesome, but it turned into like balled up plastic, and it didn't happen the way I wanted. Which is okay. Another pocket here with a tag and cutouts, Tim Holtz cutouts. And here's the other side of that Franken page. You just have lots of sewing going on. So cool. And then I have, this is craft text. I had some leftover craft text. Not big enough to do anything with right now, but I used it for my Franken page. And I have some trim on here, and some washi tape, and then some fabric tape. Some more cutouts. And then there is a page here on mushrooms. Botany page on mushrooms. Just have that clipped on there. So pretty. So that is pretty much this journal, or these journals anyway. Love this. I have signed it on the back, and I stamped the birth date. I'm working on that. Hopefully I remember to do that for more of my journals because I always forget.